Hello, everyone. So, welcome to Wrestling Talk, and today we're going to be talking about uh, the problem I have with Saturday night main events. And as you know, you're either going to get one of the most mediocre shows you have ever seen in your life when you get a Saturday night main event, or one of the worst. There's never been an in between. So, if we're going to be talking about this Saturday night main event, which is actually on a Sunday, they think that changing the date is going to make it any better. I'm going to tell you, for one, it isn't. But before we get to that, I am going to continue iBook WWE. We're still in February. We're going to get February done. And then after that, after we get February done, we're going to go straight for March, April, May, and do a few things here and there. But let's get back to today's topic. This time it's going to be Sunday night main event, but there's nothing particularly exciting about the Saturday night main event shows. They're all kind of like, let's go to Saturday, the two most recent. The I'm going to go over the Saturday night main event shows. Let's start with. We're going to start with the Saturday night main event in 2025, where Goldberg and Gunther faced off. This was Goldberg's retirement match. Let's look at the matches, and I want to see what's the problem here. Randy Orton defeat Drew McIntyre in a single match. I remember this being quite awful, and just to continue a storyline where Randy Orton teamed with Jelly Roll at SummerSlam to go up against like Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. This was not that good, and not just it was not that good, it was also, say it with me, just awful. And the match at SummerSlam was also awful. Who would have thought? And then you had Solo Sikoa, and he defeated Jimmy Uso in a United States title match. This match was actually kind of good. And then we get to like Logan, LA Knight. He defeated Seth Rollins, and I remember this because, oh boy, was this a disappointing finish. This is when Seth Rollins got injured and returned at SummerSlam. He hurt his foot and then dropped the crutches, came down, won the World Heavyweight Championship for CM Punk. This did a lot. It was getting good, and then it ended disappointingly. And then Goldberg, and then you had Gunther who defeated Goldberg. The problem with this is, and it was for the World Heavyweight Championship, not only was for the title and Gunther defeated Goldberg by submission, they cut off Goldberg short in his retirement match speech. They cut him short on the show because, oh boy, if it goes over a little bit, we might get sued or something. Of course, that's not how it works, but this Saturday night main event, it's just like all the other ones, kind of terrible. And then we go to the next Saturday night main event, which was November 1st of 2025. You had, this one. This one had like some good stuff. The good stuff was Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. But they really went into that stipulation. If Cody Rhodes got counted out or disqualified, he would have lost the title, and Cody Rhodes won anyway. This was known as the Cody Rhodes Terror. And then you had Penta and Dominic and Rusev for the Intercontinental Championship, which was a good match. Dominic won that, and CM Punk and Jey Uso for the vacated World Heavyweight Championship, which CM Punk would have won. People didn't like this match, but I thought it was pretty alright. And then we had one of the worst matches of all time. Jade Cargill defeated Tiffany Stratton to win the Women's Championship and did Jack Diddley with it for like half a month. And people still called it a great reign. Okay, the next Saturday night main event. I feel like there's one missing. Oh yeah, there was. John Cena. Then the one after that. Oh boy. I called this the one. I called this show one of the most disappointing ones I have ever seen in my life. Everything was a disappointment. And okay, first you had Cody Rhodes versus Oba Femi. Not for the titles, just champion versus champion. Ended in a no contest. Disappointment. Then you had Soruka defeat Bailey. This one, I forgot how it ended, but it was something stupid. Oh yeah. Disappointment. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Good match, but say it with me. Disappointment. And then Gunther versus John Cena. The ultimate disappointment. Now, if you're seeing the theme here, a lot of these could have just happened on Raw and SmackDown. These feel like Raw and SmackDown. These don't feel like main event. These feels like Saturday night something, but not main event. And then then we actually get into a good Saturday night main event with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defeating the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and not Raquel, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez by pinfall. Good match. Good tag team match. And then we had AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Great match. And then Sami Zayn defeated Damian Priest, Randy Orton, and Trick Williams to become a number one contender for the WWE Championship. This was a good match. So, yeah. First, obviously great Saturday night main event. Too bad it only took them how many tries? Too bad it only took them quite a while to get there. Okay. And then next one. This one had, oh boy, Jade Cargill, Michin, B-Fab, and Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss defeated them. From what I remember, I liked this match. It wasn't anything special. And then we had Sol Ruka defeat Becky Lynch by, oh, that match was awful. It was getting good and then it just, no. And then Penta defeated Ethan Page. Good match. Brie Bella and Page. defend the title against the Irresistible Forces, Lash Legend and Nia Jax. This match was awful. And then we had the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory defeat the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. This was a good match, and they can't complain. And then the most recent one, I have made a video about this one in the past, so it's out there if you want to go see it. Okay, Fatal Influence, Laney Henry and Fallon Henry defeat Paige and Brie Bella. I think I said this match was alright. I don't remember hating it. And then, that's like, this was a good back and forth title match. And then Danhausen and JD McDonough threw the show off completely. Terrible. And then Lyra Valkyria defeated Bayley by submission. This match was brutal. It was interesting. It should have went longer. Great match. And then you have Cody Rhodes and CM Punk and Cody Rhodes defeat Gunther and Sami Zayn. And this is another one of the good matches. So this has some good, some bad, some in between. And then we get into this Saturday night main event, which is on a Sunday, as I said. Here's my opinion on this. We have two good matches in Baron Corbin. Like, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton could be good if they give it time. Obafemi versus Bron Breakker could be good if it gives it time. Baron Corbin versus Lil Yachty. Please. No. Please. Please. No one wanted this. No one wanted to see this. Why does it exist? Why? This match is going to be awful. And then not only do we have to go through that awful match, if Lil Yachty survives the 5-minute time limit, we have to watch another terrible match with Trick Williams and Baron Corbin. Honestly, I think Trick Williams gotta be one of the worst wrestlers. He's boring. You want me to tell you what? The worst thing you could do as a wrestler is be boring. And particularly Baron Corbin is boring too. When you put two boring people together, you get more boring. This Saturday night main event, we'll see how. The biggest problem with Saturday night main event is, as we listed all that, is that these don't feel like they're supposed to be anything special. I could watch Baron Corbin versus Lil Yachty on any random episode of Raw. I could watch Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Not Obafemi, Brock Lesnar. Obafemi and Bron Breakker on Raw. I could watch Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton on SmackDown. I could watch random tag team match with random people in it on SmackDown. I could... See, that's the problem. Nothing felt particularly special here. And then after that, comes Worlds Collide, which might actually be exciting because it's AAA. And then the next time we'll actually have like a full prediction after Worlds Collide is Money in the Bank, which kind of excited for, and then Survivor Series War Games. And then, who knows what's going to happen at the John Cena Classic, or if that's even happening at this juncture. But, anyway, as I was saying, the problem with Saturday Night Main Event is it's just throw together a card and call it good enough in the morning. But, you want me to tell you what? I can't complain much. Saturday Night Main Event, I'm going to watch it, but I mean, Why have it on a Sunday? I mean, I'm excited for the AAA show with Worlds Collide. But that's all I could really say. Yeah, and that's gonna end this video. Goodbye.